Okay, here we can use difference of squares at the for the numerator. I can make it I can factor it as x plus 2, x minus 2. And the denominator I can factor out an x. Now, this can be factored as 7 and 2. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this and factor it as 7 and 2. Why is this good? Because this is going to cancel with that. So now I have, it has to be choice B. Okay? Now pay attention to number 12 because a lot of problems are like that. You know, you might see, you're probably going to see a couple like these on the test. Okay? So let's look at number 12. I have 10, 0 and 4, 0. And this is actually an easy problem because think about it. I have 10, 0, and then I have 4, 0. So the equation has to be this. So it has to be, I think it's y equals 0. So it has to be C. Okay? Right? Y is always 0. That was actually an easy problem. It wasn't too bad. Okay? 13 is common sense, guys. I mean, 40 a week. How many weeks till you get to... It all comes down to this. Right? So you can actually do this mentally because divides both sides by 10, right? 4 times 2 is 8, so 4 times 20 equals 80, so 4 times 21 equals 84. So you can actually do that mentally. Alright, now look at 14. I'm going to find the slope first, so slope equals 3 minus 5 over 1 minus 4, negative 2 over negative 3. So it's y equals 2/3 x plus b. Now you can be kind of cheap and just look at the answer choices, and it has to be A, right? Because that's the only one with a 2/3 slope. But let's go ahead and finish the problem. After this, how do you find the b? You have to substitute. So I'm going to use this point, 1, 3. So 3 equals 2/3 times 1 plus b. So b equals 3 minus 2/3. B has to be 2 1/3. So y equals 2/3 x plus 2 1/3. Yeah, that's what we got for A. Okay. Again, very similar. So look at the process. This is a good repetition here. Slope is 2 minus negative 4 over 0 minus 6. So it's 6 over negative 6, negative 1. So y equals negative 1x plus b. Let's use this point to find b. 2 equals negative 1 times 0 plus b. So 2 has to equal b. So y equals negative 1x plus 2. So it has to be choice B. Okay? Has to be choice B. Okay. I'm going to set this up for you, then I want you to complete this. So this is W, right? And the area is 18. So W over 2 plus 8 times W equals 18. So then you could distribute. All right, so this is your setup, and I'm going to have you complete it. All right, but if you just do the first step, you will get w squared over 2 plus 8w equals 18. Multiply both sides by 2. W squared plus 16w equals 36. Right? And then you could, it basically comes down to this. You get w squared plus 16w minus 36 equals 0. Okay, so that's a pretty good setup right there. Okay, pretty good setup right there. So that should get you the answer. Okay, 17. First number is, let's call it x. So the second number is 8 more than the first number. It has to be x plus 8. The product is, so the product is this. Is 19 more than, what's their sum? Let's add these two together. It's 2x plus 8. So that really is the hard part, in my opinion, because the rest is just algebra, you know. So we get x squared plus 8x equals, what's 19 plus 8? That's 27. So look, we can turn this into a quadratic. Minus 2x, so x squared plus 6x. And then minus 27 equals 0. Okay? So it all turns into this, okay? It all turns into that. And you can go ahead and complete that. You can actually factor that as and then you have to take the opposite, so it's negative 9 and 3. So it has to be B. $18, okay, there's shortcuts, but I want to be consistent, so here's how I do it. Explain it every time. We have 2 points. You can pick any ones you'd like. So let's do, yeah, whatever. We'll do this one. The first thing we want to do is slope, which is m. That's going to be 95 minus 88, which is 7. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. So it's negative 7/3. So right away, it can't be this one, can't be this one. It has to be either of these two. And when x is 0, y is 95. So it has to be this one. Yeah, so you get y equals negative 7/3 x plus b. Right? You're basically using this point. So 95 equals this times 0 is 0. So it has to be 95. Okay? This one right here is, I would use substitution. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Fine. Negative 4. So what goes in here? This does 0.5x plus 3. So when you distribute, you end up getting this. Whenever you get an equation like that, it's infinite number of solutions. Excuse me, because x could be anything basically, right? X could be 1 and it would be true. X would be 3, it would make it true. So there's infinite number of solutions. What's the value of x in this equation? There's a much easier. You can just plug in the choices. But the best way to do it is to square both sides. You know what? I would just plug in the choices because it really is so much easier. I think it's that, because 16 over 8 plus root 16, does that equal 6? Yeah, it does. So that's really the best choice option there. So I would do that.